My alien roommate saw my equipment. Her shock was obvious. The station, called Orion Hub, orbited a massive gas giant. It was a busy place, filled with ships docking and departing, humans and aliens walking past each other in a blur of colors and strange shapes. Humans had settled here only a few decades ago, yet already they were known for their creativity. That was Alex's chance to prove himself, or so he hoped. When Alex first opened the door to his new room, he felt a wave of excitement. The quarters were small but enough for one person. The walls had panels for controlling light, temperature, and gravity in small zones. Alex immediately imagined the possibilities. There was space for his equipment, his precious projects. He had brought several things with him, carefully packed in reinforced cases: a miniature fusion reactor, a prototype AI drone, and a small device that could manipulate gravity in a limited area. Each piece was experimental. None of them were officially approved, but Alex believed in human ingenuity above all. The door hissed open again. This time it was Lyra, his alien roommate. Lyra was tall, translucent, and slightly taller than Alex. Her skin shimmered in soft blues and greens, and she moved in a way humans would call graceful, though slightly unnerving. She had large, almond-shaped eyes that glowed faintly in the dim light. The Xylan, her species, were known for intelligence and emotion-reading abilities. They could sense fear, excitement, or curiosity almost instantly. Alex froze, unsure if he should greet her or hide his equipment. But before he could speak, Lyra's eyes widened. Her body flickered with quick pulses of light, a clear sign of shock. "What is that?" she asked, her voice musical but tinged with alarm. Alex swallowed. It's just my equipment, nothing dangerous." Lyra floated closer, tilting her head, scanning the room. "Nothing dangerous," she repeated. Her glow changed from soft blue to a bright, alarmed green. This is human technology, so uncontrolled," Alex shrugged nervously. "I mean, it's experimental. I built it myself. It's harmless." Lyra's eyes darted to the miniature fusion reactor. The device hummed softly, suspended in a small containment field. Then she glanced at the AI drone, hovering and blinking with tiny lights. And finally, she saw the gravity manipulator. Objects nearby floated slightly as Alex adjusted it. Her glow flickered faster now. This could destroy part of the station, or worse, alter gravity in living quarters. Humans are reckless. Alex laughed awkwardly. "I told you it's harmless. I tested in small ways. I know what I'm doing." Lyra's translucent form shivered, as if vibrating with confusion and awe. "You create things without rules, without supervision. Incredible and terrifying." Alex realized then why humans were considered unusual by other species. Aliens had rules, regulations, and restrictions. Humans, they had curiosity, ingenuity, risk, and sometimes, yes, recklessness. "Well," Alex said, trying to calm her, "if you stay calm, you'll see that these devices are useful. They're not dangerous unless you use them wrong." Lyra paused, floating in midair, her body glowing soft blue again. "I do not understand your species fully. So much creativity, yet so little caution." Alex grinned. "Welcome to human engineering." After a few tense moments, Lyra floated over and studied the AI drone. It whirred softly, lights blinking in patterns as it recognized her presence. She extended a slender, glowing limb and the drone responded, mirroring her movements. You communicate with machines differently than humans," she said. "Fascinating," Alex nodded. "Yeah, I guess human machines are flexible. We expect them to learn and adapt, not just follow rules." Lyra blinked. "Learning, adapting like humans." She paused, thinking. "Perhaps humans are unique." Alex laughed. "I like that. Unique is good. I want to prove humans can do things no alien can, at least not in the same way." Lyra studied him for a long moment. "Your confidence, human trait, unusual, dangerous, perhaps useful." She flickered again. "I must adjust to this." Over the next hour, Lyra explored the room carefully. She hovered over the fusion reactor, examining its containment fields. She examined the gravity manipulator, floating objects around the room with a cautious touch. Every time she interacted with Alex's devices, her glow pulsed with excitement. Alex watched, fascinated. Humans were always proud of their inventions, but seeing an alien react this way, it was like seeing someone discover magic for the first time. "You are lucky," Lyra said at last. "Most humans would not keep such equipment. Most aliens would destroy it immediately." Alex shrugged. "I like to experiment. It's how we learn." Lyra considered this. Humans adaptable, curious, reckless but capable. Perhaps this is why humans survive. Alex felt a small sense of pride. Yeah, that's humans, always finding a way. The day passed with more exploration. Alex showed Lyra the drone's programming, demonstrating how it could repair small mechanical faults. He explained the miniature fusion reactor, stressing safety precautions and containment protocols. Lyra asked questions, lots of them. She wanted to understand every detail, every principle behind the devices. By evening, Lyra's initial shock had faded. She hovered near the bed, still glowing but with soft, steady light. "You humans, you surprise me. Perhaps I can learn from you." Alex smiled. "And I can learn from you too. I know alien tech is advanced, but you don't improvise like humans. We think differently." Lyra tilted her head. "Different, yes. Perhaps. Your way is valuable." They laughed together, Alex, because it was funny to see her trying to mimic human laughter, and Lyra, because she was genuinely curious and intrigued. That night, Alex lay in his bed, staring at the ceiling panel. His mind buzzed with excitement. Living with Lyra would not be simple, but it would be interesting. More than that, he realized humans had something the Xylan did not: unpredictability, creativity, and the courage to try something new. Lyra, hovering by the window, gazed at the stars beyond the station. She thought of Alex's equipment, of the strange human confidence and ingenuity. A feeling she had never experienced before flickered inside her: admiration. Perhaps humans were reckless, yes, but perhaps they were also extraordinary, and that was only the beginning. The real adventure, Alex thought, would begin when Lyra stopped being shocked and started helping. The morning sun of Orion Hub, orbiting station, cast long, colorful streaks across the living quarters. Alex was already awake, tinkering with the AI drone. Its tiny lights blinked rhythmically as he adjusted the final circuits of a new program he had written overnight. Lyra floated silently beside him, her translucent form glowing faintly in the dim morning light. She had spent the night observing Alex quietly, trying to understand not just his equipment but his way of thinking. Humans were a puzzle, she realized. Logical, yet often illogical. Careful, yet daring. Limited in technology, yet limitless in imagination. "You sleep very little," she commented, her voice smooth and melodic. Alex laughed without looking up. "Engineers don't sleep much when they have ideas. Plus, the AI can handle most things while I test new functions." Lyra tilted her head. "And you trust a machine." "I built it," Alex said simply. "It's not just a machine. It learns, adapts, helps me fix problems before they happen." Lyra's glow flickered again, a sign of intrigue. "Interesting, human machines, learning without supervision. This is unusual." The morning passed quietly, but tension lingered. Lyra still wasn't fully comfortable with Alex's experimental equipment. Every device in the room could potentially break station regulations or even endanger inhabitants. Yet despite the danger, she could not deny a rising curiosity. Finally, unable to resist, she asked, "Show me how your gravity device works." Alex's eyes lit up. "You want to see it in action?" Lyra nodded slowly. "Yes, carefully." Alex activated the device. Small tools and objects in the room began to float gently. He moved them in patterns, creating tiny orbits and slow rotations. Lyra reached out carefully, touching one floating screw. It rolled across her hand and she laughed. a soft, melodious sound. You manipulate reality in ways my species does not, she said, awe in her tone. Humans unpredictable, remarkable, Alex smiled. That's what I'm trying to show you. Humans find solutions differently. We take risks, experiment, sometimes fail, but we learn fast. Lyra studied him for a long moment. Perhaps your failures teach more than your successes, Alex laughed. Exactly, that's how we improve. For the next few days, their interaction continued. Alex showed Lyra how to program the AI drone, carefully explaining human problem-solving methods. Lyra demonstrated subtle energy manipulations, using her alien abilities to test limits Alex hadn't considered. It was a delicate balance, both cautious and experimental, but slowly a bond began to form. One afternoon, while Alex was adjusting his fusion reactor, Lyra hovered close, watching. "Humans, you do not fear the unknown," Alex shrugged. "Not really. We fear failure sometimes, but not discovery. We're curious, that's stronger than fear." Lyra considered this. Curiosity drives humans even into danger, fascinating and reckless. Alex chuckled. Maybe, but curiosity saved humans many times. We adapt fast. Her eyes flickered. Adaptation, your species excels where others hesitate. Perhaps this is why humans survive among stronger, older species. Alex grinned. You're starting to understand, Lyra. Humans may not have the best tech or the strictest rules, but we think differently. Improvise, invent, solve problems that others can't. Lyra was quiet for a moment, then asked carefully, "Could your inventions help others outside this room?" Alex paused. He knew some of his devices were too advanced for public use. The station authorities would never approve them. Yet the idea of sharing them for good, it excited him. Maybe, but we'd have to be careful. The authorities don't like surprises. Lyra nodded. Caution, yes. But the potential, immense. Later that evening, Alex and Lyra were working on a small experiment combining his AI drone with her energy-manipulating abilities. The drone hovered, scanning her subtle energy pulses, then tried to mimic them. At first it failed, spinning in place and crashing lightly against the floor. Lyra laughed softly, a sound that Alex had come to enjoy. It tries like humans and fails, then learns. Amazing. Exactly, Alex said, repairing the drone with a practiced hand. Machines can learn, but humans learn differently. We observe, imagine, and invent. We combine ideas. Lyra's glow brightened. Imagination, your species, powerful, even beyond technology. By the next week, their relationship had shifted. Lyra was no longer just a shocked observer. She was curious, engaged, and increasingly collaborative. Yet she remained cautious. The station's regulations were strict. Unauthorized technology could mean severe punishment. One evening, while Alex slept, Lyra quietly observed the fusion reactor. She floated close, analyzing its containment fields, reading energy fluctuations. Something about human ingenuity fascinated her. The way Alex balanced risk and precision, it was unlike any alien method she knew. In the middle of the night, she whispered softly to herself, "Humans dangerous, yet extraordinary." The next day, a crisis struck. A minor power fluctuation occurred in the station's outer sections. The station lights flickered, alarms beeped softly, and some smaller systems shut down temporarily. Most aliens panicked, calling technicians immediately. Alex saw an opportunity. "Lyra," he said quickly, "this is perfect. We can test the drone and my energy manipulator together. If we stabilize the section, we'll prove these devices can help." Lyra hesitated. "Public danger detection, severe consequences," Alex nodded. "I know, but we'll be careful." "Controlled test, we can do this." She considered him, her glow flickering nervously. "Humans fearless or foolish. Perhaps I will trust you." Together, they moved to the affected section. Alex set up the drone to monitor energy flow, while Lyra applied subtle energy corrections. Objects hovered unnaturally as gravity fields were gently manipulated. The AI drone adapted, repairing circuits with Alex's instructions. Station personnel arrived, alerted by alarms. They froze, seeing Lyra and Alex in action. Some shouted commands, but the humans' quick improvisation and the aliens' precise adjustments stabilized the systems before significant damage occurred. After the crisis, Lyra looked at Alex with admiration. "Humans and your creativity saved many." Alex grinned, brushing dust off his uniform. "And teamwork, of course. Humans and aliens can achieve great things together." Lyra floated silently for a moment, then said, "Perhaps humans underestimated. Perhaps your species more valuable than believed." Alex laughed. "Told you, curiosity beats caution sometimes." Over the next few days, Lyra continued observing, learning, and quietly assisting. The two of them experimented carefully, improving devices, enhancing energy efficiency, and exploring new combinations of technology and alien energy manipulation. Every success, every small failure, only strengthened their respect for each other. By the end of Part 2, their secret experiments had created a tiny, perfect harmony of human creativity and alien precision. Lyra's initial shock had transformed into curiosity and admiration. She realized that humans were not just reckless, they were adaptable, inventive, and capable of thinking beyond rules. And Alex realized that with Lyra's guidance, his experiments could become far more effective than he had imagined. They had begun to understand each other. Humans and aliens working together could achieve things neither could accomplish alone. And the station, unaware of the quiet revolution happening in a small living quarters, was about to see the first fruits of that collaboration. A few days after the minor power fluctuation, the space station faced a far greater problem. A sudden storm of charged particles from the gas giant's upper atmosphere surged toward Orion Hub. The storm threatened to overload the station's energy grid, putting every system and every life on board at risk. The station's automated systems struggled to contain the surge. Lights flickered violently, gravity zones fluctuated, and life support panels beeped warnings. Engineers and technicians rushed through corridors, attempting to stabilize the station, but their standard procedures were insufficient. Alex observed the chaos from his quarters, Lyra floating nearby. "We have a real test now," he said calmly, though his mind raced. "If we act fast, we can stabilize part of the station before damage spreads." Lyra's translucent form pulsed nervously. "The risk extreme, humans your species fearless or foolish." Alex shrugged. "Maybe both, but sometimes that's exactly what's needed." Lyra hovered closer, examining his experimental equipment. "You plan to use these devices in public?" "Yes," Alex said simply. "We have no choice. Standard systems can't handle this. Only our combined approach can adapt fast enough." Lyra's glow flickered. "Exposure, authorities, consequences severe." "I know," Alex replied. "But if we wait for approval, the station will suffer. We need to act." They quickly moved to the affected section. The AI drone floated beside them, its sensors scanning energy flows. Alex connected the fusion reactor to auxiliary circuits, carefully regulating the output. Lyra's energy manipulating abilities intertwined with the reactor's field, stabilizing localized gravity zones and redirecting excess energy safely. At first, nothing seemed to happen. Sparks flew from malfunctioning panels, alarms blared. Station personnel began arriving, their expressions a mix of fear and anger. "Stop!" shouted a technician. "You cannot," Alex waved him off. "Trust me, we've got this under control." Lyra's glow brightened, her hands moving in subtle, precise patterns. The AI drone extended small arms, repairing damaged circuits faster than human engineers could. Slowly, lights stabilized, gravity zones evened out, and power rerouted safely. One engineer's jaw dropped. "How? What?" Alex smiled, adjusting the fusion reactor's output. Human ingenuity and a little help from an alien friend. Lyra's eyes flickered softly. Your creativity remarkable, unpredictable, useful. But the crisis wasn't over. The particle storm intensified. The station's outer shields were at risk of failing. Standard procedures could not handle the surge. Alex and Lyra had to make a choice: act boldly with experimental methods or retreat and risk catastrophic failure. Alex glanced at Lyra. We can't wait. If we combine my equipment with your abilities fully, we can redirect the storm's energy safely through auxiliary grids. Lyra hesitated, then nodded. Trust, human, Alex, begin. They worked quickly. Alex recalibrated the fusion reactor, while Lyra's energy pulses extended through the station's conduits. The AI drone acted as a mediator, translating her energy fluctuations into precise mechanical adjustments. Sparks flew, objects hovered uncontrollably, and alarms screamed, but the system slowly adapted. Station personnel watched in stunned silence. Some tried to intervene but found themselves useless against the combined force of human creativity and alien precision. Redirect energy now, Alex shouted, his voice firm but calm. Lyra extended both hands, concentrating. Her energy intertwined with the fusion reactor, forming a protective field around the auxiliary grids. The AI drone floated into the center, mapping weak points and correcting instant failures. Minutes passed like hours. Sweat and plasma streaked Alex's face, but he never faltered. Lyra's glow pulsed brightly, her body shimmering with effort. Slowly, the station stabilized. Lights returned to normal. Gravity zones leveled. Alarms ceased. The storm eventually passed and the station was safe. Engineers and technicians stared in disbelief. How did you do that?" one whispered. Alex stepped back, wiping his hands. "We adapted. Humans think differently. Sometimes rules can't solve everything. You have to improvise." Lyra hovered beside him, her glow softening. "And humans, even reckless, capable of greatness." The station commander arrived, his expression stern. "Explain immediately." "Unauthorized equipment, unapproved procedures." Alex held up a hand. "Yes, sir. But if we had waited for approval, the station could have been damaged beyond repair. Our methods were unconventional but effective." Lyra spoke next, her voice calm and measured. "Commander, human ingenuity combined with controlled energy manipulation saved the station. Punishment inappropriate, recognition deserved." The commander stared, then nodded slowly. "Incredible but undeniable. You both have our gratitude and our respect." That day, Alex realized something important. Humans were more than just adaptable. They could think in ways no other species could. Rules, caution, and rigid protocols had their place, but imagination and bold action could achieve the impossible. Lyra, for her part, was transformed. Her initial shock at Alex's equipment had evolved into admiration and respect. She now understood that humans' strength was not just in their technology, but in their ability to combine creativity with courage. After the crisis, Alex returned to his quarters with Lyra. The room, which had once been a quiet lab of experiments, now felt like the center of a small revolution. They had worked together, blending human creativity and alien precision, and the results had saved hundreds of lives. Lyra floated to the window, gazing out at the gas giant. "Humans, unpredictable, yet invaluable. Perhaps your species should not be underestimated." Alex grinned. "Told you, curiosity beats caution sometimes." Lyra tilted her head, a soft glow flickering along her body. "And humans' courage inspiring, perhaps more than I realized." Alex laughed softly. "I guess you're learning fast. But wait until you see what I have planned next." She looked at him, a hint of amusement in her expression. "Planned or reckless?" "Both," Alex said, smiling. "But that's the point." As they continued their experiments, Alex and Lyra discovered something more profound than energy manipulations or AI drones. A human mind paired with curiosity, adaptability, and courage could achieve what even advanced alien civilizations struggled to accomplish. And with an ally like Lyra, his inventions could be safer, faster, and more effective than ever before. The bond between human and alien had deepened, built on mutual respect, trust, and shared daring. Together, they were not just roommates, they were pioneers, combining their strengths to create solutions neither could have imagined alone. By the end of the day, Alex looked at Lyra and said quietly, "You know, this is just the beginning. Humans can surprise even the most advanced species. You'll see." Lyra's eyes glimmered. "I believe you, Alex. Humans remarkable, and perhaps I am lucky to witness it." The station buzzed with life outside, oblivious to the quiet partnership that had just saved it. Inside the quarters, a human and an alien worked side by side, exploring, experimenting, and discovering the unique strengths of their species. And as the stars gleamed beyond the viewport, Alex realized something simple but powerful. Humans were not only survivors, they were creators, innovators, and sometimes the key to survival itself. And Lyra, once shocked and cautious, now understood fully why humans were extraordinary. The day after the storm passed, Orion Hub hummed with life, but something had changed. News of Alex and Lyra's unconventional solution spread quietly through the station. Engineers whispered about the human ingenuity that had saved the day. Aliens, initially skeptical, shared stories of the daring human who combined creativity with courage. Even the station commander, still stern, could not deny the impact of their actions. Alex and Lyra returned to their quarters, exhausted but exhilarated. The room, once cluttered with experimental equipment and floating objects, now had a strange calm. The AI drone hovered quietly, as if sensing the relief in the air. Lyra floated to the center of the room, her glow soft and even. "Alex, you have proven humans remarkable, perhaps underestimated." Alex laughed softly, sitting on the edge of his bed. "Thanks, Lyra, but you helped too. Without your energy control, I'd be trying to fix half the station and failing miserably." She tilted her head. "Perhaps humans capable, yet not alone. Cooperation between species powerful. I underestimated this at first." Alex grinned. "Yeah, humans aren't perfect. But we can think differently, improvise, solve problems others can't. That's our strength." Lyra's glow pulsed with thought. "And courage, humans fearless in ways others hesitate, inspiring." The conversation was interrupted by a soft knock. The station commander entered, flanked by a team of engineers. "Alex, Lyra, you two need to come with us," he said. His voice was stern but carried a hint of respect. Alex exchanged a glance with Lyra. "Oh, okay." They followed the commander through the corridors. Engineers whispered and aliens turned to stare, curiosity in their expressions. When they arrived at the main hall, a small crowd had gathered. Station officials, technicians, and representatives from various alien species residing on Orion Hub. The commander cleared his throat. "We have gathered here to recognize extraordinary actions. Alex, Lyra, your combined efforts stabilized Orion Hub during the storm. Your methods, unorthodox but effective. You have saved countless lives and resources. For this, we grant recognition and gratitude." A ripple of applause filled the room. Alex felt a mix of pride and embarrassment. Lyra's glow pulsed brightly, a subtle sign of her pride as well. "Thank you," Alex said, stepping forward. "I didn't do this alone. Lyra's guidance and abilities made it possible." Humans can improvise, yes, but sometimes it takes someone else to help direct that energy safely. Lyra nodded, her eyes flickering softly. "And humans capable beyond expectations. Cooperation achieved what neither species alone could." The commander's expression softened. "It is clear that human creativity, when combined with alien precision, is formidable. The station benefits from such collaboration. Let this be a lesson and a symbol of unity." After the ceremony, Alex and Lyra returned to their quarters. Alex looked at his equipment, now carefully organized, and the AI drone hovering silently. "You know," he said, "I think this is just the beginning. Humans have a lot more to show the galaxy, and with you helping, Lyra, we can do even more." Lyra studied him, her glow steady and calm. "Perhaps humans underestimated, perhaps their potential immense. I will continue to learn from you," Alex smiled. "And I'll learn from you. I've seen alien methods, precision, and discipline. Combine that with human imagination, and we can solve almost anything." The next few weeks were filled with quiet experiments. Unlike before, they were no longer secretive. Lyra had begun to teach Alex some of her species, subtle energy techniques, while he shared his improvisational methods. They built small systems together, energy stabilizers, repair drones, and miniature reactors, tools that could safely aid the station without breaching regulations. One evening, as Alex adjusted the AI drone's flight pattern, Lyra watched him closely. "Your species remarkable not just for survival but for creation. You innovate when others fear change. Courage fuels imagination." Alex paused, looking at her thoughtfully. "That's humans. We can fail, we can make mistakes, but we keep trying. And sometimes that's what makes the difference." Lyra's glow pulsed brighter. "And humans capable of teaching even to advanced species. Perhaps your presence enriches the station more than realized." Their bond had deepened beyond roommate status. They were partners, collaborators, and, in a sense, pioneers. Each experiment revealed something new about energy, technology, and the unique strengths of both species. Humans could think differently, adapt quickly, and improvise solutions. Aliens could manipulate energy precisely, read subtle patterns, and execute complex calculations instinctively. Together, they achieved results neither could reach alone. One day, while repairing a minor malfunction in the station's external systems, a group of engineers approached Alex. "We've been following your methods," one said cautiously. "The combination of your devices and Lyra's abilities, it's impressive. Can you teach us?" Alex glanced at Lyra, who gave a small nod. "Sure," Alex said. "We'll show you how to combine imagination and precision. Humans can provide new perspectives, and Lyra can guide you in safe application. Together, we can improve the station." The engineers exchanged glances, surprised at the offer. Slowly, they began to follow his instructions. Some were skeptical, some intrigued, but all watched as the AI drone and Lyra's controlled energy pulses worked in perfect synchronization with Alex's devices. Minor systems that had been unstable were now corrected, improved, and optimized. Even the station commander took notice. "Perhaps humans should not be underestimated," he muttered to a nearby official. "And collaboration with advanced species opens possibilities previously unimagined." Lyra floated beside Alex quietly. "You see, your species capable beyond expectations. You inspire others." Alex chuckled softly. "I guess humans have more to offer than you first thought, huh?" She flickered with amusement. "Perhaps my initial shock justified, yes, but admiration now permanent." Weeks turned into months. The station adapted to new methods, using human creativity and alien precision together. Alex and Lyra became mentors, their living quarters now a small lab of collaboration and innovation. Students, engineers, and curious aliens visited to learn from their experiments. One quiet evening, Alex leaned back on his bed, watching Lyra adjust one of the drone's flight patterns. "You know," he said, "I think this is bigger than we imagined. Humans aren't just surviving here, they're helping the station thrive." Lyra's glow pulsed softly, her eyes watching him. "And humans, Alex, remarkable not just for survival but for creativity, courage, and cooperation. Your species valuable, essential, perhaps more than realized." Alex smiled. "That's the truth. Humans aren't perfect. We make mistakes, But when we try, when we innovate, we can achieve incredible things. Lyra nodded. And I will continue to learn from humans, to witness creativity, courage, ingenuity, perhaps a rare combination in the galaxy. Alex laughed softly. Well, you're learning fast, Lyra, but be careful next time. I might invent something that even surprises you. Her glow flickered with subtle amusement. Then I will be ready. Humans unpredictable yet inspiring, and together we formidable. As Orion Hub rotated gently around the gas giant, the stars beyond the viewport twinkled quietly. Inside the quarters, a human and an alien worked side by side, exploring the limits of creativity, courage, and collaboration. They had proven that humans were not just survivors. They were innovators, problem solvers, and sometimes the key to saving entire civilizations. Lyra, once shocked and cautious, now understood fully why humans were extraordinary. And Alex, once a curious engineer with experimental devices, realized that with cooperation and ingenuity, humans could achieve wonders that no rules, no technology, and no species alone could match. The story of a human engineer and his alien roommate had begun with shock and fear, but it ended with respect, admiration, and the knowledge that humans, with their curiosity and courage, truly had a place among the stars. And somewhere in the quiet hum of Orion Hub, Alex whispered to himself, smiling, "Humans can surprise even the most advanced civilizations, and this is only the beginning."